Good evening, this is All India Radio Kohima. I am Nobin Pradhan with the evening news. The headlines. Indian Armed Forces showcase solidarity with the country's COVID-19 warriors with flower petals and fly pasts. Central Administrative Tribunal issues new guidelines for hearing cases in green, orange and red zones. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio appreciates frontline workers in the fight against COVID-19, seeks support from the citizens against the pandemic, and World Press Freedom Day is being celebrated today across the globe. Now the news in detail. The Indian Army, the Navy and the Air Force today showcased solidarity with the country's COVID-19 warriors by a unique series of activities across the nation. In Delhi this morning, representatives of the three services laid wreaths at the National Police Memorial, honoring the efforts of the police for their exceptional and heroic efforts in the country's fight against the pandemic. Indian Air Force chopper showered petals on the National Police Memorial, saluting the efforts of the police. Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat had announced on Friday that the three services will carry out a series of activities to thank the corona warriors. Light rain and overcast skies added magic to the atmosphere even as the Indian Air Force showered red-hued petals at hospitals across the city, including Sir Gangaram Hospital, Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Hospital and Lok Nayak Jai Prakash Narayan Hospital. Sukhoi 30 MKIs, MiG-29s and Jaguars conducted a flypast over Rajpath and orbited over the city for over half an hour. The Indian Army Band also performed at the COVID-19 quarantine centers at Narela. The armed forces' efforts to show solidarity towards the corona warriors have garnered praise from everyone, including the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In a tweet, Modi said, "It is a great gesture by the armed forces." He lauded the armed forces for honoring the COVID warriors. The Central Administrative Tribunal has issued new guidelines for hearing cases in green, orange and red zones. The benches or courts located in green zones shall function following the guidelines issued by the Home Ministry, such as maintaining social distance, making sanitary arrangements and avoiding direct contact. It said the method of functioning of the high courts in the concerned area shall be decided by the head of the department of the concerned bench in consultation with the President of the Bar Association. For benches in red lockdown areas and orange zones, the cases of urgent nature may be filed through email by contacting the registrar of the concerned bench, who will furnish the email ID to the intending advocate or the party. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio said the novel coronavirus has not spared even the most developed and advanced nations. In his message to the people of the state, Rio said there is no positive case in our state and hoped that the pandemic will continue to stay away. Rio appreciated the efforts of the frontline workers for their tireless efforts. He thanked the doctors, nurses and health workers who are risking their lives to identify and treat COVID-19 patients. Rio said that the government will be undertaking various measures and undertake strategies to address crisis on health, economic and education sector. Rio hoped that citizens of the state will continue to extend full cooperation, support and participation to the fight to overcome the crisis. Chief Minister Rio once again sought the support of the citizens to work as one and win the battle. All India Radio Kohima will broadcast Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio's message to the people of Nagaland at 7:30 this evening. The Office of the Deputy Commissioner Kohima has informed all concerned departments on official duty, banks, Kohima Municipal Council, media, medical patients and those on hospital duty that the permit or car passes issued by the office up to 3rd May will continue to be valid till further notice. This was informed by the Movement in Charge Officer SDO Civil Kohima R. Daniel Angami. You are listening to the news from All India Radio Kohima. World Press Freedom Day is being celebrated across the globe today. As the entire world is going through the COVID-19 pandemic, this year the theme of the day is Journalism Without Fear or Favor. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar said media in India enjoys absolute freedom. On the occasion, Javadekar said the media has the power to inform and enlighten people. He said sooner than later, those surveys that tend to portray bad picture about freedom of press in India will be exposed. Meanwhile, Union Home Minister Amit Shah saluted all those media personnel who are working tirelessly to uphold the values of fair journalism and to further strengthen the fourth pillar of democracy. The Assam government has opened its borders with northeastern states except Sikkim to allow return of stranded people to the state. Police and medical teams have been deployed at the border points. Assam shares its borders with several northeastern states. Health Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said that no pass is required for people travelling from northeastern states, but all returnees will be screened at interstate borders. Assam has 9 active positive cases now. Assam Chief Minister Sarvananda Sonowal has set up an 8-member consultation committee to revive the state economy. After Assam government opened its borders to ease the return of stranded people in various parts of the northeast states, more than 100 people stranded in Dimapur due to the nationwide lockdown have crossed over into Karbi Anglong district, Assam today. The health official informed that around 100 people, mostly daily wage earners hailing from Assam, have crossed the border and added that the number may go up. He also said that more than 500 fitness certificates have already been issued, mostly to those hailing from North Indian states. The surveillance teams deployed at New Field Check Gate are facilitating the movement of those people crossing the border. SDPO Bokajan, Karbi Anglong, Assam, John Das, who was at the New Field Check Gate monitoring the movement, informed that those returning from Nagaland will be kept in quarantine for 14 days before they are allowed to travel to their respective places. He added that those hailing from other states will not be allowed to enter the state. Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) has said that a total of 10,46,450 samples of COVID-19 have been tested by the various government and private laboratories in the country so far. Meanwhile, ICMR is continuously scaling up its testing facilities for COVID-19 by giving approval to government and private laboratories. As of now, 310 government laboratories and 111 private laboratory chains have been given approval to conduct tests for COVID-19. The total number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 has now gone up to 39,980 in the country. As per Health Ministry data, out of the total cases, 10,632 patients have recovered after treatment and were discharged from the hospitals, while 1,301 patients have died. With this, there are now 28,046 active cases in the country. The recovery rate in the country from COVID-19 has gone up to 26.65%. Briefing on COVID-19 status of Nagaland, Principal Secretary Home Abhijit Sinha informed that till date, 684 samples have been sent for testing from the state, out of which 663 samples are negative. The number of samples sent after 3 p.m. yesterday till 3 p.m. today is 10. Meanwhile, the number of samples result awaited is 21. 1,264 persons have been screened today and a total of 28 persons are under facility quarantine. And to end the news, a reminder of the headlines. Armed forces showcase solidarity with the country's COVID-19 warriors with flower petals and fly pasts. Central Administrative Tribunal issues new guidelines for hearing cases in green, orange and red zones. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio appreciates frontline workers in the fight against COVID-19, seeks support from the citizens against the pandemic, and World Press Freedom Day is being celebrated today across the globe. And that's all the news we have for you this evening. Good night.